It's been quite some time since we got a new Tony Hawk game, and even longer since it was one based in the Pro Skater series. And with such a long break in between, you'd think the game would be crafted up to perfection, right? Well, you'd be wrong. You broke it? This game is bad. There you go, TLDW, this game sucks. But for those of you brave enough to stick with us, hello, I'm Jade Coffman, and this is our review of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. I'm one of the biggest advocates of graphics don't make the game, but when they're usually the first thing you get to experience upon starting your new adventure, they still bear talking about. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, it looks okay, I guess? Who am I kidding? It looks horrible. This doesn't look like a next-gen box title. By that I mean a game sold at retail for $59.99. This looks like an arcade game, something thrown up onto the digital marketplace of your preferred console or Steam. The levels are small and empty. I mean, look at this place. It's abandoned. Gone are the days of parks populated with skating NPCs and normal everyday people living their lives amongst your extreme antics. No more kickflipping that guy walking around the airport cause I want to see if I can land a solid frontside flip without knocking him over. Nope, you get this. It's like God called everyone back to the gates, but those on a skateboard were left behind. Even Pro Skater 2 had traffic driving around the streets. Also, there's only 6 levels! Okay, so there's really 9, but hear me out. The first level is repurposed to represent the tutorial level, so I'm not counting that one. And 2 of these are remakes of old games, like The School and The Hangar, so those don't count either. There is just no excuse for this. Now, they've said they've gone back and reworked the visuals from when the game was originally announced at E3 of this year, but other than looking smoother, I guess, it still retains that HD remake aesthetic. All in all, how does it look? Bland. Like the promise of your favorite food from childhood, but it's completely under-seasoned and doesn't look finished. This shit looks like it's still in beta. No, that's a beta insult. This looks alpha almost.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
Just play the game better.
You can't play this game better. Oh, I got pro, sweet.
Yeah, but you didn't get sick.
In
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, you can choose from a roster of 11 skaters. That's including Tony Hawk and the unlockable character, which we will get to soon. I, being someone who enjoys skateboarding myself, I haven't actually actively followed the sport in some time. So these names, yeah, I don't know. But none of the skaters you remember return. No Bucky Lasek, no Rodney Mullen or Eric Costin. Even the special skater sucks. And what's the follow-up to characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Wolverine, Darth Maul, the Demoness, and Officer Dick? It's Lil fucking Wayne. Lil fucking Wayne! Well, then I'll just make my own character if I don't like the ones they give me, right? Wrong! Creating a character is gone, replaced by this weird dress-up system. Yeah, that's what they should have called it, dress-up mode. You choose a skater and then press square to customize him or her. Then you use these unlockable cards to decide what body parts they have. Yay! I'm making stuff. Just like in the other Tony Hawk games, you add stat points into the various skater options to craft them into the best skater they can be. Or the best skater this game will allow you to be. What about creating boards, creating tricks, graphics, stickers, tags? Nope, all of that is gone. What you're left with is dress up mode and create a park, which is okay, I guess. It's pretty standard. You choose an empty version of the levels in single player, and you can pick between a small, medium, or large version of those levels. Then you build stuff. I mean, does it work? Yes, but it's pretty hard to f this part up. Now, you'd expect a huge stream of tricks and moves in 2015. The games, all following the style changes of Pro Skater 3 through Underground, added a lot of ways to chain combos and perform various flips and spins, giving the game a creative and fun style that kept every minute of gameplay interesting to watch. They called them hidden combos. THPS 5 has none of that. Gone are the double and triple flip trick options, and all the flat grind moves have been taken out. You can't switch between grinds on the fly while grinding, and lip tricks are just as unsatisfying. This makes the game seem slow and boring. They even found a way to make specials terrible by replacing them with moves we wish we could do normally. Let me see if I can explain this in the best way possible. To perform a special, you do tricks to build your special meter. Then you press 1 to activate it. From here, you just continue to do normal moves, but the skater will perform an over-exaggerated version of those moves. Instead of 1 kickflip, he now does 3. Instead of a hard flip, either a 360 or 540 hard flip will be performed. See what I mean? Everything else is kind of just a preset move. Pressing down up performs the special manual, and getting air and simply holding the same button for an indie now performs a Christ air or sack tap. All the pro skaters in the game have their own special move animations, but that's all they are, animations. I'm still just pressing the normal kickflip button or doing a normal crook grind. It's just the animation is different. Goals in the game range from pushing balls out of pools quickly or grabbing marshmallows for a campfire. A lot of these are repeated, just changed slightly. Sometimes it's marshmallows in a fire, sometimes it's ice cream by the pool. But it's the same goal and same general objective. During a timed section where we would have to get a pro or 6 score, you know, one of those goals, we would often do so with about 30 seconds left to kill. Usually in the old games, I would explode up and down the courses, trying to get as high a score as possible in the small amount of time I had left. Here, we found ourselves dropping the controller and checking Reddit on our phones, just waiting for the clock to run itself out. Speaking of which, I haven't been on Reddit today.
Really?
Not today. The game is free roam, in that you can freely explore the tiny areas and play goals at will. By pressing down on the D-pad, it brings up a sub-menu where you can choose all the missions available to you, or you can skate around and pick them up via these GPS markers that are scattered around the levels. Goals like skate are no longer timed. Neither are goals that require you to like break barrels or boxes, meaning that if you literally skate around blindfolded for long enough, you could just start completing goals. No, seriously, we did that to Braydon, look.
Alright, I can hear him hit walls and shit, so that's good. This sucks, dude. Wait, for real?
Yes, for
Holy
real. Oh my god. The game is just very easy. We live streamed the footage you're watching the day we got the game, and in 3 hours we had 2 stars on everything and all the levels and characters unlocked. 3 hours. I mean, it's not 100%. Sure, there's more cards and emblems to unlock, but who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? The previous game in the Pro Skater series plays 10 times better. Yes, Pro Skater 4 is 10 times better than this game, so crack out that GameCube or PS2. My biggest gripe about the gameplay though, the slam button. If you play Tony Hawk like I do, when it comes time to chain your flat ground or flip trick into a grind, you're already primed on that triangle button. Sometimes you gotta press slightly before just to be sure you got the combo in the bag. Now, hitting triangle at any point in the air slams your character into the earth. This was created to better help chain combos, and all I found is it throws me past my obstacles and f***s up my momentum. Ugh. And that's another thing. You have a top speed, and you will not ever exceed that speed. If you catch big air and then hit the slam button, you'd think slamming yourself back into that quarter pipe would pop you out going wicked fast. No. Slamming is literally just a means of getting to the ground faster. Bringing back the arcadey, non-story-based style is totally okay, but why, God, would you remove most of the mechanics that made the series awesome and unique up until this point? They went and created something so vanilla. Oh yeah, and falling is a joke. For a long time, one of the best and most enjoyable things about any extreme sports games was how hard your character would fall. I happen to be one of the few people who genuinely got enjoyment out of the gimmicky rage meter in Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I thought it gave bailing more of a purpose other than just feeling defeated by losing my balance or under-rotating. Here, it's like the animators just lazed out and removed the bone tool from the character model, just allowing it to fall limp. It's not the Tony Hawk game that we deserve, and it's no better than the previous game in the Pro Skater series, which came out a really long time ago.
Oh, I got it! Yes.
Did you do it?
I got 1 star! Why is it still locked?
Press the button.
Look, 2, alright, there's 3, 6, 9.
Get low,
15.
get low,
I have
get low.
15 stars.
To the window! I don't know, man. I didn't design this shitty fucking game. There is no fucking story. Rage rating, max. Holy sh**. This is inexcusable. The gameplay is boring, the graphics are sin ugly, and the controls are clunky and sometimes unresponsive. It would have been very simple to make a good Tony Hawk game. Everyone already, and I'm sure everyone in the comments of this video, is going to be asking for Skate 4. And I see why, but I've always argued that the two games are totally different. Gran Turismo and Mario Kart. GTA and Saints Row, Madden and Blitz. You see what I mean? There's room for a good skating simulator like Skate and an arcadey button mashing fest like Tony Hawk if it's done right. The problem isn't that we need Skate's realism, it's that we need just a better Tony Hawk game. In fact, if you really want to pull in more players, it would be something as small as having maybe a trick stick option for hardcore players that are fans of the Skate franchise, and then a classic face button option for those of us who don't like the overrealism. that would have been a great innovation for the series. But even fixing the controller, there's still the lack of moves, skaters, and customization options that leave me with this horrible taste in my mouth. At this point, I think it's gonna take Skate 4 to rinse it out, or any of the EA Skate titles, considering the day Pro Skater 5 came out, they tossed them up for 50% off on the Xbox Live Arcade. There's also information circulating around the web right now that this game was made at the last minute with less than a year of development because Activision wanted to retain the rights to the series, but needed to produce a game before the end of 2015 to do so. Amazing Spider-Man ring a bell, anybody? Avoid it like the plague and pray that it never ends up in your console or loved ones. Oh yeah, multiplayer. Did you play any multiplayer modes? Did you play like tag or graffiti or anything?
Nobody wants to play Tony Hawk. Otherwise, I would have totally checked that out because that sounds kind of somewhat fun.
The multiplayer sucks too. Wow, you guys made it to the end title slate of this video. That is awesome. Seriously, we put a lot of work into this one, so thank you for watching. And also, that's just what we thought of Tony Hawk. What did you guys think of the game? Let us know in the comments below. You should also let us know if you liked this video by clicking that little thumbs up down there. It would help us a lot. And if you didn't like this video, let us know in the comments below so we can help shape this into something you guys might want to watch in the future. Oh yeah, and that subscribe button is a thing too.